Welcome back. Welcome back to the Haunted House, the only channel on YouTube you can get a professional tarot card reading for my haunted house and creepy graveyard. Tonight's show is free yes/no for the first 15 minutes. You can also get a $6 Tacobox and $11.11 love reading, as well as a $15 XXX love reading. $20 past, present, future, and a $30 general. $30 is the international standard for general tarot card readings. Every reading is only $1 per minute. Okay, Dawn. Hey, Middle Rain, how's your day been? Welcome back. Hey, Molly. Hey, Devin. Yeah, my day I've been mostly behind my eyelids. Surrounded by puppies. I'm on that medieval sleeping schedule. Day's been crap. You paused Captain America? I think my roommate's in a Captain America commercial somewhere. Too hot outside? Man, I'm so glad I live where I live. I'm still gonna keep pushing on the fact that Atlanta has the best weather. Hey Alvin, welcome to the haunted house. I'll show you beautiful. Go get my dog. They just finished eating, actually. What are you doing, little? Did you get to eat? Here you go, Molly. It's Tater Dog. She's been quite growly tonight. I've had to boop her several times. There you go. You gonna wave? Wave. Oh, good girl. Good girl. Wave. Yeah. Did you enjoy your din-din? Was it good? Yeah? Did you have a good day? Yeah? Yeah? trolls. Because I'm their goblin queen, that's why. It'll be okay, Devin. Try not to worry too much about them. They're probably mostly just people looking for a place to fit in. I've never had Popeyes. Is it good? I've also never had Church's chicken. I've never had Jack in the Box. I've never had Chipotle. Low-key expensive. I think I went to Zaxby's once. I was kind of disappointed. I really was. I was like, I should have never left the Taco Bell. Chicken Express. I've never heard of that, random. Never heard of that. Have you ever heard of Crystal's? Crystal's has pretty good everything. Church's I heard has the best biscuits, yes. It used to be Mrs. Winter's chicken that had the best biscuits, but then they closed Mrs. Winter's here in Georgia. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of Mrs. Winter's, but it was pretty good. They had pretty good biscuits and gravy, southern biscuits and gravy. But their biscuits were really good. And you know, Metal Rain, if you want to get really good biscuits, just like something you can just pop in the oven real quick, get those Pillsbury Grands biscuits. They're pretty good. They're about as southern on the shelf as you can get. Oh, you're from Syracuse. Is that fun? I feel for y'all people where it snows more than once or twice a year. 3 times is enough, but that's snowing all winter stuff. Wow, Rando. So is my dog. My dog is from Seattle. I actually got on a plane to go to Seattle to rescue her and her baby. It's a very interesting, beautiful place, actually. It had been a long time since I had been there, too, when I went to rescue her. So it had changed. Like, my perspective from a teenager to an adult, that quickly it changed. But yet, it stayed the same. You know, that big mountain there. Everything looked purple. Hey, Tiffany, how are you, sweetheart? You're in Nebraska. I'm so happy for you. See, you manifested it. You did it. You'd rather live in Texas. A lot of people from here are from New York and Texas. We might as well become one state. Texas, New York, Georgia. Hey Fiona, how are you, dear? Did you sleep better last night? Not worrying about my doppelganger? It's actually, wait, let me correct myself. The neighborhood's doppelganger. Because I'm not the only one that sees it, actually. You know, Fiona, I'm not the only one that this happens to. we are not the only people that experience the doppelganger in this house. So people who live in other houses experience it. The ghost tour, the head of the ghost tour, the guy who owns it, Kevin, experiences it. In fact, he's the one that brought it to my attention after all these years of living here. That he thought that it might be as old as the Civil War, that it might be the spirit or the ghost that everyone thinks is the little girl buried under the house. I need to find those specific Estes methods that Molly and I did where that entity showed up and mimicked Chet Baker on the REMpod. Interesting stuff, for sure. If you don't know who Chet Baker is, he's one of my favorite jazz musicians. Go ahead and YouTube him, check him out. An incredible musician. You want to visit the West Coast for sure. So far I've been okay-ish, but what's the next thing? Just take a nap or get ready for tomorrow? What are you going to do this week now that you're in Nebraska? So happy for you. You made it happen. Does it feel better to be like someplace you want to be? Hey Ari, how was your day, Ari? You hate mashed potatoes? Why? Rennie, what are you crying about, sweetheart? I could live without White Castle, Bojangles, and Whataburger. Whataburger is traumatic to look at. Excuse me. Fiona, I hate White Castle. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Fiona. Nothing like it being the only place to get a snack in Nashville at the end of a long night, playing music, or going to see someone play music and playing music. The Red Lobster's biscuit. Are you back, Ruby? Are you back, precious? Are you okay? No? Where do you belong? Yeah, trouble. Wendy's burgers taste like a July 4th barbecue burger. Yeah, they taste pretty fresh. Yeah, it's really important, Molly, that you set boundaries. Okay. And if a guy can't respect your boundaries, delete. That should go for anybody, really. You know, you're lucky that you have someone like Haus, Molly, because like I told you, he respects you. And that's love right there. And that could very well turn into in love for him someday. That scared the peawad out of me. Did you like your food from Wendy's, by the way, Devin? I'm guessing that you did. I would suggest that you lay down. Trouble. Lots of trouble. Where do you think you're going? Hey, where do you belong? That's right, that's you. I'm talking to you. Where do you belong? Yeah, that's what I thought. Come here. Lay down. Come here, booger. It's time for you to calm down. You're driving everybody crazy being mean to everybody over cookie bag. Ooh. Excuse me. You miss Chick-fil-A, Tiffany? What do they have in Nebraska? I really like everything peaches, so it's like, I know that Chick-fil-A has that peach milkshake, but I'm not going there to get one. I'm going to teach myself how to make one this summer. I would suspect that there's probably enough Chick-fil-A items at a supermarket to kind of make it at home if you really wanted to, and there wasn't a Chick-fil-A where you're at. Sonic, I really like the fact that you can go to Sonic and buy the same ice they have at hospitals, that crushed ice, the little tiny pieces of soft crushed ice. I just love the ice at Sonic. It's my favorite. I like to buy their bags of ice. Did you have a good day? Yeah. Did you like your watermelon? Yeah. What about that liver for breakfast? Is that good? Yeah. And your chicken soup for dinner? Now you're ready to go night-night, right? I think my dog also has ADHD because she'll get real sleepy, and instead of just going to sleep, she'll just play and stay up and play and stay up and play real hard and stay up because she's like afraid she's gonna miss something. Then I get her in my arms and she's like, you know, she wants to take a nap. Curly fries are delicious. Yeah, they're okay. I'd still rather have Checkers fries. Not too fond of their sandwiches, though. God, we're always talking about food. Is this a food channel or a tarot channel? Yeah, I'll have a cup of chicken tarot card any day. you tried Rallies, which is Checkers here. So you tried their French fries. I'm not into their sandwiches very much, so I just prefer their onion rings, and their French fries are really good in my opinion, Middle Ring. But I don't know, maybe they make them different here than they do out west at Rallies. I never got a chance to go to Rallies out west when I was out there. I really like the French fries a lot. I'm just glad you can go to the supermarket and buy them in a bag and bring them home and bake them in the oven. Although I'm really limited what I can do because the roommate is allergic to black pepper, so I have to be careful what I cook. Or like the takeout we get. Like Molly, you ordered that Bojangles and he supposedly got really sick. So what happens to him is like he'll start to swell and start to get like itchy and start to feel like an allergic reaction, like almost like anaphylactic shock, but it's not like full-fledged. Personally, I often wonder if it's I personally wonder if it has something to do with like long COVID. Some people are, hey Dollface, how are you? Some people are affected long term by getting long COVID, as well as supposedly the vaccine may have caused some issues in people with allergic reactions. He is sad. He's sad because he's in trouble because he keeps being a bad boy. And I told him to stay on the couch. And then, you know, she's got her bag of cookies and she's trying to protect her bag of cookies. And, so she's being mean to him because she doesn't even want him to look at her cookies. And it's kind of funny. So he's in trouble with me because he keeps upsetting me. And then now Ruby's growling. I know, they're disgustingly cute, aren't they? Hey, stop. Come on, you guys. Well, enjoy the soundtrack. Dogs cause problems. You know why this person's hunting your dreams? Because they're obviously really on your mind. Or maybe they're somewhere working out, you know, dream travel. So, and, you know, when you are asleep anyways, you're having a little death. A little safe death. So you're not really there, but you're there, but you're not there. So you might even be traveling to them. What are you welcoming before you go to bed? What are you welcoming into your bed? What are you welcoming into your thoughts and your feelings? The growling. Oh, the dreaded growling and the whining. It's like an orchestra with that. God. I'm telling you, they're like little toddlers, so bear with me. Has the Raphael Taurus... I'm not answering that question. You're crazy. Remember, sex questions are not free. So, sorry, Ari. I'm getting a little bit more creative. Yes. I guess I need to put back on the description that sex questions are not for free. It's definitely a question that you should go somewhere else on that. Let's go. it is of sexual context to me. Okay? Whether you were asking about milkshakes or not, it would still be of sexual context to me. Why don't you just ask him? How bold are you feeling now? Just straight up ask him. What do we got to lose? Just curious. Do you want me to ask him for you? I'm just teasing, Ari. Definitely, I know you are. That would creep him out. Well, how do you think I feel? How do you think I fucking feel? Frank, try me that. Oh, Lordy. Did you just send a donation? Thank you so much, Molly. That's so kind and generous of you. I don't think that would creep him out, Ari. But, I hope it's okay that you understand that I don't feel like answering that question because it doesn't make me feel comfortable. You have to make yourself feel better, Devin. So I think I'm kind of going through what you're going through too, Devin. I've had a couple of dreams about some people that are less than to be desirable, and I feel hurt and jaded by them in a way because, you know, my subconscious is only telling me something about myself. It's not telling me that they're dreaming about me. It's not telling me that they're thinking about me. It's not telling me that they're visiting me, okay? And if it is that, at the end of the day, that's not what's important. What's important is what is my subconscious sharing with me about the context of the dream. It's probably the same thing for Ari with her Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. And probably the same thing for you, Devin, whoever this person is. It's probably just three of us having and working out our own emotions and our own feelings about something we long for. At the end of the day, some kind of longing. Because there might be some kind of loneliness, or there may be some kind of, you know, want or need to express or have a different experience than what you are experiencing. I'm glad that made you laugh. But do you see what I'm saying? So try not to overthink it. Try not to get too deep into the idea of, you know, are these men or women or aliens or whatever the hell they are, these people. And see, even Molly's having, you know, it's definitely that time of the moon phase to start releasing some of those things that don't serve you, some of those people that don't serve you, so that you can continue to call in, you know, what you do want within regards to Spirit. I'm calling for Devin's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What do they need to know about this dream? Yes or no? Is this person also dreaming about them? So you have the High Priestess. Very well could be. You know, don't doubt your intuition, Devin. Serious. I tell this to people all the time, and I wouldn't doubt your intuition either, Ari, within regards to your question. Think about it. I mean, you are a sexual being. You feel things, you experience them. Your intuition guides you to a question like that. You have to ask yourself, are you being curious, or are you really just picking up on something and somebody's sexual energy from far away, which can be very, very easy for that to happen, because it's just like everybody's you pushed out. Like, you ever thought about someone, something, and it shows up. Whether it's a Wendy's commercial or it's, you know, a person that you were thinking about. Drain creeps. And I think that, you know, there'd be nothing wrong with you asking Ari if someone's attracted to you. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with somebody that you feel that way about to ask them, because if they're sexually attracted to you or attracted to you at all. I know you've had situations where guys have told you, excuse me, some terrible things, but did I see what you wanted to do for that? Kind of just want to see what June will bring for Love and Sex Life. Okay. Yeah, we can do that, honey. Yeah, could you guys stop? So rude. Lay down. Now. Rooney, lay down. Everybody lay down. Alright, Molly, I've got the Major Love Arcana. Let me get out the Sexual Magical Tarot deck. Do you know I always get, like, even despite this, like, always being set to 18 plus, I'm always getting the finger from you too for these cards. I don't know why. It's okay, I won't miss the 3 pennies they pay me. Okay, Molly, I'm gonna put a timer on, sweetheart. Excuse me. Sorry about the dogs. Being all growly. Spirit, I'm calling forth Molly's most trusted and most strongest spirit guides. What does Molly need to know in regards to her sex/love life in regards to June 2025? Someone making an offering of their time. Someone wants to give you a gift. That's not a sexual magical tarot card, neither is that. I think and feel it might be Haus. Haus is looking forward to coming and seeing you, or you coming to see him. And I only say that because we've got the Emperor again showing up. And I don't really feel that in Nathan's energy. someone may even offer you the best sex of your life, but you end up turning your back on it. You end up turning your back on it because you want to stay focused on setting your boundaries. You know, you know, it's like you'd rather watch really than play right now. Do you see what I'm saying? Like you can have this. It's totally up to you. I know, seriously, whiny babies. It's totally up to you. But you know, you've really been hot to trot to focus more on boundaries and dealing with the sensations you're feeling and the emotions that they're causing. It doesn't mean that you'll be lonely throughout June or anything like that, but you do, you know, walk a fine line with this here. You literally turn your back on it because something about it doesn't feel right about it. I don't know. I don't think that is with Cass, but Cass does want to make some kind of offering to you. They are looking forward to seeing you. And I say that this Emperor represents him because if you just take notice of his staff, and it's a lot like his Christmas tree that we talked about in December. I even feel like it kind of represents, and this whole card is like, feels like his energy. But once again, like I said, he wants to make some sort of offering to you. And I do feel this card's also saying that when you do see him again, you see how you've got the red cloak, like he's still going to be healing up. You both will be going through the healing. Take note of her ankle here. Do I think that you will have something passionate with him? No, I don't think it's going to be sex, but somebody will offer you something, but you turn your back on it. You're just not sure if, you want more of a sensation kind of thing than really, you want to go to the parties and play, but you don't want to actually be fucked and fucked over, pardon my French. So you're given some options, and I'm gonna shuffle a little bit about. I'm gonna shuffle a little bit more about the two different sides of the coin. You thought it was a ghost moaning? It's funny. Fiona. Yeah, he's a little whiny baby. Yeah, he wants to offer you his time. But he's still hurting. He's gonna still be recovering when you see him again. I think things will remain a bit of a mystery between you and Cass in your love story. It's best to keep on that road of I want, instead of I have, because you do know what you have. And it doesn't feel natural for you yet to say I have what I want, even though you do have basically what you want. You have a connection with somebody you can have a happy, harmonious friendship with. and that's balanced and enjoy doing things together without having to, you know, you guys can just enjoy whatever it is. But I've said this because, once again, that Emperor showed up when I'm clarifying his side of the coin with things. Now, in regards to Nathan, Nathan and some of the other ones that you have been speaking to and communicating with. Hey, you be nice to each other. You be gentle. Gentle. Yeah, that's right. I said gentle, and all three of you know what gentle is. See, we have safe words over here, Molly, with the dogs. Trouble's one of them. Yeah, trouble. Lay down. Gentle. Sometimes they'll start playing with each other really, really hard, and I'd end up teaching them how to say gentle and understand gentle, because I thought they were going to rip each other's necks out. Especially Ruby. Ruby's a real fighter. She's a real fighter. And she's taught Gypsy how to fight and protect herself. But still, like, Ruby and Gypsy, they'll fight. But it's play fight, but it's like, it can get a little bit mean. Then they'll get Rooney interested in it. And the worst thing is, I hate this. So, well, I'll take Rooney out, right? And then we'll come back in, and the girls will be waiting up on the couch for him to come up the stairs. And instead of letting the poor man get up the stairs himself, they literally drag him up the stairs by his ear. It's kind of cute, but it also is kind of scary. So, Nathan, once again, a little bit tricky. But, you know, the ball is in your court with the magician. A little bit tricky, though. Because, once again, you've got a man who, that's all that has really ever been played on him. I'm so glad I'm not on the couch tonight for the live. I'll definitely get demonetized with the dog fighting going on over here. Ruby's winning. Quit picking on him. Just stop. I'm going to have to go get one of them in a minute. Spirit, I'm calling for Molly's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. Could you clarify this magician within regards to Nathan? And I also want to ask about... So it looks like, despite things being tricky, this person is very willing to communicate and take their patience in stride, and also work things out to you in regards to your comfort level and whatever your expectations are with magician and temperance. But it's still tricky because this person, you know, this person is a trickster themselves, because that's all that's ever been played on them is tricks. Spirit, what does Molly need to know about her love story and her sex life in regards to the month of June? Have I ever had a salt and straw ice cream? No. Yeah, really the wheel is in your hand. So how are you driving the wheel of your life, Molly? How are you driving the wheel of your love life? How are you driving the wheel of your sex life? You can either have this, or you can have this. Wah, 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 wah. You do have the Tower clarifying the Wheel of Fortune, which Wheel of Fortune is a very good luck card. As the world turns, Spirit's really telling you, you know, you've had a lot of luck, and you have a lot of luck to look forward to. But it's literally in your hands. What do you want to happen? Do you want to stay focused on you know, your boundaries and being upfront with them and being honest about them and your feelings. So you're not always feeling like, you know, what you have started or what you have created, it's going to just fall apart because you talk about them. The Tower can be a very romantic card. And I feel, in respect to both of these men, that there's something they both definitely feel in their heart for you because of that Tower card. But really, Spirit's saying, you ultimately have to decide what you want. I really feel these cards are saying, you know, just lay back nice and easy and enjoy. Overall energy for this reading is a Lover's card. Lover's choices. These are about choices. This is not about sex. This card's about love and loving choices for yourself and others, but mainly putting the loving choices that you have for yourself. Hey! That's it. You're getting booped. Go lay down. That's right. Lay down. Lay down. Give me that baby. Give me that baby. Yeah, stop it. Poor little finger. Okay. Are you okay? All right. Please just stay here for a little bit. Okay, just relax. Just relax. Gosh, so mean to my bubbies. Is that better? Is that better? Mommy being too much for you? So, back to the Lover's card, Molly. Yes, small fur children, you're right. These are about making the loving choices for yourself. Like what you did last night with that guy, really pushing forward your boundaries. You know, really putting your foot down, affirmative that you are not having it. You can no longer allow anybody to make you feel like you have to do something that you don't want to do so that you can have a friend, a lover, a confidant, and get what you want in regards to a relationship, okay? So, loving choices, more loving choices to make for yourself like that are coming in the not too distant future for you. I know you're curious about where you and Nathan are going to go. I see you moving forward more with Cass, and I see you moving forward less with Nathan. In fact, knowing what I know, it would just all be off the table. Not knowing if he had any respect for you at the end of the day. Because what makes you think that he's not doing that, what he did to you to other people, and I won't say what he did, but I'm just saying, girl, okay? That would be a no-go for me. So what about a goodies powder, which is aspirin and Tylenol? Is the blood pressure, headache, what you're talking about? Sweet baby. You feel better here? You here with your mommy human? Yeah? It's time to chill out, okay? Lay down. Lay down. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Go lay down. It's time to go night-night. Go lay down. Where do you belong? Where do you belong? Go lay down. Go lay down. Now. Yeah, that's what I said. Go lay down. Where do you belong? Yeah, go lay down. Oh, good. That's good to hear. Hey, Frank and Dad.
I'm gonna get under my covers.
Okay, sounds like a good plan. Really? And because you despise WWE. Okay. Good night, Daddy. Love you.
Right.
Let's see if the REMpod will turn on. And work without being too overreactive. I'm gonna put the Spiritbox on, ask a few questions. If anybody wants to get a paid reading, please do so now. It's so loud. So I am going to go to bed soon. Go back to bed, actually.
What do we get up there?
I'm back.
Maximum volume.
Sure, we can ask that question. Spirit, I'm calling forth Metal Rain's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. Was Liliana ready to see Metal Rain on Friday? Spirit says yes. Yes, and the Magician card. Welcome back, Ari. Are there any spirits there now that... if there's any spirits here now, can you touch the REMpod so we know that your presence is with us? Yeah, I love some Sprite. I really appreciate 7-Up though. I think I like 7-Up more than I like Sprite, to be honest. But I'll still drink a Sprite. But very rarely. Very, very rarely. Okay, what's your question? Thank you so much for touching the REMpod, Spirit. I appreciate that. Spirit, what's your name? Well, I noticed that they came out with a 7-Up that has They call it 7-Up Natural. I noticed it has some different ingredients, and it's not as high in ingredient levels as the other one. Yeah, I'm a 7-Up kind of girl. Spirit, is Ari meant to move to California regardless if she's meant to be with Raphael or not? What does Ari need to know about that, Spirit? To me, Sprite has a really overly sweet aftertaste. Whereas 7-Up doesn't leave this like sugary aftertaste, like candy in my mouth. Spirit says yes, Ari. Yes with that world card. I hope that helps, dear. I'll be right back. You quit being mean to him right now. Trouble. Lots of trouble. Go lay down. Go lay down. Come on, where do you belong? Did that just say, hey Paul? Or did it say your ball? That was weird. Spirit, is that your name? Is your name Paul? Spirit, that was terrifying. Oh, Lordy Lord. Did you hear that? Jesus Christ on a crutch. What you screaming for, Spirit? Oh, that was really scary. That's literally what happens when I don't know what happens. Let's see if it happens when I change the when I change the speed.
Low battery.
Schneider is currently operating at $6,000 a day.
$6,000? No, but Tiffany got to Nebraska safely. I don't think Tiffany's still here. Yeah, but I don't have a TV, sadly. No TV for me. Yeah, it's the Spiritbox being weird. So, I guess this is what AM side sounds like for things.
Low battery.
We're not going to put it on AM, that's for sure, right now. I'm totally creeped out. I might not log out for a little bit. I guess that scares me a little bit because it's usually the AM side of the mini radio doesn't usually sound like that. Doesn't usually sound like that at all. It usually sounds pretty smooth and quiet, just like the FM side of things. So I'm going to ask some questions for the spirit box, and then I'm going to sage the room and put some sandalwood up and go to bed. So if anybody wants to get a paid reading, please let me know. Here for you for a little bit, while longer, but not too long. And the spirit box speaker is dying too, so.
Low battery.
Jesus Christ on a crutch. It's like, at what point did it get like this? It's like now it's just stuck on AM. Hey Laura. How are you, sweetheart? It's good to see you. Did you get purple shampoo? No, I didn't see you, Spirit. I'm gonna say Claire of Oakland. Aw, my sister was born in Oakland. She's from Oakland. Oakland just ain't what it used to be. Gemma looks possessed. Yes, Gemma looks like she does not want to be where she's at. I love how we can live stream on YouTube. Spirit, what's your name? Can you tell us what your name is, Spirit? Finally got all the dogs to stop whining. Can pets be suicidal? I don't know. I've never thought about it, to be honest. It's just not something I've ever thought about. But animals can be suicidal, yes. Especially if they're unhappy. Many of the... why do you think that I am so fucking... like stabby about aquatic animals that belong in the ocean living in tanks? Because they're not happy there. And they will often bang their heads against their tanks. You know, nobody knows why, other than to maybe think that maybe they're depressed and they would rather be out in the wild. But I think that animals are not capable of intentional suicide. Like, I don't know that the dolphin 100% knows that it's hitting its head on the side of the tank. You know. But at the same time, I mean, I feel like animals and bugs and birds and all these different species of living beings, that I feel like we're a lot alike. It's just we take on a different shape, a different environment, excuse me, a different way of life. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they can. I don't know, I'm not an animal expert, I'm just an animal person. You know, but if an animal is capable of suicide, it implies that it has definitely a wider, higher range of cognitive capacity, so there's that. I mean, a lot of animals already in their lives through self-destructive and dangerous behaviors they don't even realize are dangerous. You know, unintentional danger. You know, they don't intend to fall backwards on their back between two rocks because they wanted to, and they'll get stuck. I don't think it's sad as much as it is wild. It's like she got a taste of what it's like on the other side. You know, she got a taste of what it's like maybe to be treated better too, so now it's kind of like, okay, what's the good news? Oh, well, that's a good thing. That's a very good thing. That makes me happy to know. That's a very important thing. If there's one thing that's really frustrating is, you know, the dog getting yelled at. Has she ever talked again about seeing things? Like seeing fleas even though they're really not there? You know how at one time we were talking about how she sees bugs that aren't there? Talking about Ileana. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'll be right back. I'm still here though. I can actually read the chat even though the screen and the mic are going to be off. I'm back. You may have been bitten by spiders before. Yeah, you want to be careful of brown recluse and black widows. I know you said you were scared of the furry spiders. So I assume you were talking about wolf spiders. Those are the only ones I know that are furry. Or can be furry. At least here they're furry. Excuse me. Spiders are pretty ugly, but they can also be pretty cute. I wouldn't be too worried about wolf spiders. I would much rather like hang out with a spider than a roach. I would much rather hang out with a spider than a fly. Yeah. I'd much rather have a spider in the corner in a web than a roach in a corner in a web. And that's what freaks me out so much about roaches that I didn't realize until I moved to this house, is that when they get overrun in places, you know, they're not just building these webs that are like spider webs. You know, they're putting them everywhere. Like, you just can't see them. They're in between the walls. They're in the corners. They're under your carpet. They're everywhere. And you got to seek those places out and clean them out. And what's even scarier about roaches, Ari, is that over time,
incoming
depending
call
on where they are, and they die off, their remnants are very, very unhealthy. Hey, how are you tonight?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good. My wife Jennifer, she keeps locking me out the house. We've been arguing all month.
Yeah.
And she keeps locking me out the house. And she's been real moody. And what's going on with her?
I'm sorry that's happening to you. Spirit,
Her name is Jennifer.
I'm calling forth his most trusted and strongest spirit guides in regards to maybe why he's getting locked out of the house by his wife. What's going on with her emotions? What's going on with Jennifer that he needs to know about right now, Spirit? What does he need to know about that? It looks like this person is being distant because they're trying to move on in regards to something with their life, or move into some kind of new journey for themselves in the Star and the Chariot card. They want to see the world. They want to have new experiences. They might be acting out because they don't know how to express that to you. I don't really see any romantic cards here other than this person might want to talk about it when they feel more comfortable in the Judgment, in the Hierophant, as the Wheel of Life turns in your Wheel of Fortune card here. So Also, advice in these cards would be, to ask yourself, what are what are you telling yourself in this judgment card about you, Jennifer, your situation, your connection? Do you want to move on and help this person to understand what they want better through understanding better what you want as well? Just love relentlessly. I also feel the Star card is saying, even though she's distant, what you want with her is not intangible. But what do you want? You don't want to keep getting locked out of the house, but she's locking you out of the house because she's acting out about something in the Judgment card here. She thinks it's the next right thing to maybe try to do something different with her life than whatever has been going on. Star card can be very much about healing, needing some healing and some kind of different thing going on with the healing thing. They want to start like a new path in life. That doesn't mean that they want to not include you. There's really no negative don't want to include you kind of things, but this person's going through a lot of changes in the Star card. Not only physically, but as well as mentally. And patience is going to be a virtue in this High Priest and this Hierophant here. In this sword in the lion's hand and the armor and the Wheel of Fortune. Your mental wealth is going to be your best friend right now. So just try to stay on a strict mental diet and be good to yourself with your thoughts and that perspective, okay?
Okay. Got it.
And don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to ask. It's your wife, not a demon. She doesn't bite.
Got it. And yeah, she's not understanding that other people are creating problems in our relationship because she wants to do so much things. Mm-hmm. She wants to be free, but she's not understanding that going to her mom's every Saturday is putting a lock on our family, of doing things. And she's blaming me, saying, I'm not letting her be free. I'm not letting her do this. I'm not letting her do that. But she's not seeing that it's her mom that's causing all the problems. And she's not seeing that it's her boss, Greg, she's been working with, is causing all the problems. She's pointing the fingers at me.
And not taking accountability for her actions, her thoughts, her words, her things like that. Sounds like she's acting out, maybe she might be going through a quarter-life crisis or something. But I think in that Star card, she's become more distant with her perspective on things because, somebody somewhere is making her think that there's anything wrong at all. When these are just things that we're going through in life, and without her taking accountability, there's nothing to change but self. And without her accepting that, it's kind of like somebody who has alcoholism, or they have sex addiction, or they're addicted to pain, and I'm talking about bad pain, not good pain, because there's some versions of good pain, and and we go through those growing pains in life, but it seems like maybe what needs to happen is instead of going to mom's every Saturday, maybe it's a once a month thing. You guys really need to talk about these things because it seems like she's avoiding it though. Yeah, and she's locking me out and passing all the blame to me, and saying that I need to be held accountable for what I'm doing. Blame shift.
And I'm like, I understand there's things that I'm doing wrong too, but the constant going to your mom, the constant no communication. That's putting a lock on the family. But then she's locking me out the house to say that it's me. I'm doing all this,
And make sure you ask her why if you can, so that you can understand better why she thinks that. And it's like you guys just need to have a heart-to-heart conversation, definitely. And the Justice card about your life, your marriage, where you're going. Sometimes people just need to go through this kind of thing, even if it's once a month.
I see.
Even if you're married, you got to keep talking about where you want to be in 6 months, a year. I think 5 years, 10 years. It's not like, okay, we're married, it's done. It's actually supposed to bring you some nostalgic moments as well that you want to experience again and again, or recreate again and again. But it seems like she's losing sight of having fun creating those moments because she's blame shifting. Yeah, you'll have to ask yourself, what you're telling yourself about you, her, what you want, what you don't want, and just go to her and ask how she wants to operate around it. And I mean, you guys are married, and this is your wife. I hate to say this, but, especially since I am a cheese-eating feminist, but she should be really considering the things that you're saying. You are her husband.
Yeah.
And it's like she's almost treating you like you're her daddy, and you're not.
Yeah. Exactly.
Sorry.
It's okay. And, is she planning something, like to call the cops if I go home or anything like that? Try to get in?
Spirit, what does he need to know about that? I don't know. Maybe you need to call the cops and be like, I'm really confused. I'm just trying to come home and understand why I'm locked down in my house.
Is she planning that?
Spirit, what does he need to know about that? What does he need to know about if he goes home? I mean, you sound kind of scared of her. No, she's not going to call the cops in the tower card. She might want to fight, but, at the end of the day, the tower card is no. But I don't know, have you ever seen that movie Pearl with Mia Goth?
No.
No? Well, maybe you should watch it. I don't know. Maybe your wife is a pearl. And if you're feeling afraid to go home or call her or ask her these questions, why? Are you afraid that she's going to physically hurt you?
No, it's just she keeps trying to get me to be held accountable for stuff that I haven't even done. Like, I understand I bring up the past a lot with us because other people have caused so much pain in our relationship.
Yeah.
And she wants me to stop talking about it, but it's like her mom is having her do these weird things in our home, and I can't say anything about her mom because she's going to blow up. So I say other people are causing problems. And she doesn't like that because her mom is trying to control our family.
Okay, so once you understand also that there's nothing to change but self, maybe you can get a little bit more deep introspective into what you're saying to yourself about this stuff, because it doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't have to be this difficult. This is such an easy thing to work out, and that's what it's about when you're married. When you're in a relationship, when you're in a partnership, when you're in a friendship, even when you're in a business partnership, working things out. And I don't know what's going on with Mama, but it sounds pretty toxic. Toxic mom-daughter situation. So stop talking about the past. The past is not coming back. Okay, talk about the future a little bit, but then not too distant future. Like, don't try to go 5 years, 3 years, just focus on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Don't try to go too far into the future because it's not here yet either. But staying out of that past will do you some good. If you start going into the past, think about it this way, sweetheart. You just want to be going back to those nostalgic moments that make you feel good, that you want to recreate with your loved ones again and again. Mom, kids, your mom, your family, your friends, each other. It really can be that beautiful. It really can be that good. And I don't know where she is in her head. I don't know what her limiting beliefs and circumstances are. Hell, for all I know, hellfire, it could be menopause. But, all women starting at the age of 20, they start going through perimenopause, which takes them all the way into their 50s or 60s or 70s whenever they decide to go through that. She just might be coming into her prime a little bit in her life, and she can't follow her inner compass because she's got a lot of people, like you said, doing a lot of her fortune telling for her.
Right. Got it. Okay. And what happened at her mom's on Saturday?
Spirit, what does
she went?
What does Kristen?
Yeah, she went over there and she came back empowered. Seemed like
empowered, but empowered by what? Like empowered by, her inner compass, or empowered by TikTok videos of angry women, cheese eating feminists. Spirit, what does Chris need to know about what happened Saturday? I mean, there's nothing wrong if your wife comes home empowered, but here's the thing. Once again, where's the empowerment coming from? You know, we're in a relationship with someone because it adds an extra added bonus to our lives. And it empowers us in ways because we are there to empower each other, remember each other's story, and be accountable for, you know, being witness to it. Spirit, what happened? A lot of, I'm sorry, sometimes it can be embarrassing to be a woman sometimes, but because of some of the outrageous things going on in hookup culture, which even if you are still married, you get exposed to a lot of that in modern advanced society. But within regards to the hanged man and the lovers, it seems like someone had been waiting around to tell her that she needs to start making choices for herself, instead of waiting within regards to what she wants, instead of waiting around for someone else to do it for her. So maybe she got empowered in a way where she was told that in a way that she took it in more of a toxic kind of, you know, she, instead of it being more like about focusing on how it made her feel and how she thought she should direct her energy towards that kind of empowerment, somebody else told her how she should go about it. Because she doesn't seem to be somebody who really, you know, she needs some healing in that star card and she's distant. Oh well, he'll have to call back if he wants some more information, which I'm not quite sure I'm ready to keep talking. Yeah, it sounds like he's married to a girl who's not ready to put her big girl pants on. Could you imagine, like, being in a relationship and your partner doesn't take accountability for anything? I would be so upset if I had a partner who locked me out of my house. I would call the police then. I'd be like, I'm really confused. Doesn't it kind of sound like he's scared of her? It just feels so kind of scary. That was pretty weird and uncomfortable. I'm just shocked. Like, can you imagine? You gotta call a call center to ask if you're gonna be okay if you try to go home? What? No, I didn't do my happy hour today. My happy hour consisted of me looking at the back of my eyelids. Alright, good night, Ari. I'm gonna give this guy 5 more minutes. If he comes back, he comes back. If he doesn't, he doesn't. But at the end of the day, thank you all so much for coming by. I appreciate it. Good night, Devin. was no way I could do happy hour. It's thunderstormed out of nowhere. So, I don't really like to keep this stuff on too much when it thunderstorms. Because I don't want it to get caked. Oh, that reminds me. I should probably turn the spirit boxes off before I go and the REMpod. I guess Spirit's trying to say goodnight to y'all too. Yeah, I gotta charge the spirit box speaker and the batteries. Dead. Guess I'll turn the speaker box
Bluetooth already
off
open.
because
Waiting for Bluetooth connection.
there's nothing creepier than, you know, you're sleeping in the middle of the night and get woken up by the speaker saying low battery.
Power off.
Has it been 5 minutes? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say goodnight, y'all. Be good to yourself with your thoughts. I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you so much for coming by. It was great to see every single one of you. Thank you, Molly, for your donations tonight. Thank you, everybody who came by and donated, subscribed, and liked the slumber party. Sweet dreams to you. Have a beautiful Monday. I'll be back to say hi. Hope to see you guys there during tomorrow's